Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pathfinder Conversations. My name is Raphael Olushola Adeyemo. And today's episode is a reflection. Think of it as a short letter to my 25 or 26-year-old self. If I could sit across from that young version of me today, there are a few things I would say clearly without mincing words. Things that would have saved me time, sharpened my focus, and helped me understand how careers actually evolve. Your mid 20s are preparation years for your mid 30s. What you build during that period quietly determines the opportunities that appear later. The reason this matters more today is because the technology landscape has changed. Organizations are no longer just talking about tools or frameworks. The conversation now revolves around return on investment, operational resilience, risk exposure, and business outcomes. So, if you want to grow in that kind of environment, technical skills alone is not enough. You need business awareness. Early in your career, it is very easy to focus on the technical problems in front of you. You want to fix the issue, you want to close the ticket as soon as possible, you want to complete the assignment. I remember the moment something shifted for me was during a leadership discussion where the conversation was not about tools, technology, or frameworks. The conversation was about risk exposure, cost, and trade offs. That was the moment I realized something very important. Technology decisions don't exist on their own. They sit inside a much larger system, one driven by business priorities. Simple. That realization changed how I approach my career going forward. So, principle number one I will share today is learn business strategy early. Technology alone really drives the profit and loss. And organizations operate under pressures that go far beyond technical implementation. There are market expectations, quarterly performance targets, competitive pressures, regulatory realities. If you want to understand how decisions are made, you need to start asking business questions. What are the market pressures right now? How does the board define a successful quarter? Sometimes the most practical questions are the simplest ones. What is the cost of an hour of downtime? In many industries, that number is enormous. According to industry studies, the average cost of an enterprise downtime can exceed 300,000 USD per hour. And for large financial institutions, the losses can climb even higher during critical operations. Now compare that to the cost of a security tool or a resilience investment. When you begin to see those numbers side by side, you start to understand how leadership evaluates decisions. Technology stops being an isolated function. It becomes part of a broader business conversation. And the professionals who understand that conversation early tend to move much faster in their careers than others. The second principle, I call it the proof, is in the participation. Many professionals wait until they feel established before sharing their thinking. But professional visibility grows through participation. Engage in the conversations happening across your industry. That could be as simple as leaving a thoughtful comment on LinkedIn, writing a short reflection about something you learned on a project, or speaking at a local meetup. The goal is not attention, it's helping people understand how you think. And over time, your ideas begin to travel beyond your immediate workplace. And that visibility often opens doors you didn't expect. The third principle is how you think about growth. For a long time, careers were described as ladders. You move from one role to another inside a structure. But the modern professional world looks less like a ladder and more like an ecosystem. Starting to build a platform means creating assets that expand your reach beyond your job title and employer. There are practical ways to begin. You can lead a professional community, publish research or thought leadership, create a mentorship network, or build a dedicated place where ideas and people connect. And over time, your influence is no longer limited to a single organization. You become part of a broader ecosystem of people, ideas, and opportunities. So, if I could sit with that 26-year-olds, this is what I would say. Learn business strategy early, participate in the conversations shaping your field, and build something that expands your reach beyond a single job. Careers rarely change through one dramatic moment. They change through small decisions repeated for years. And your mid 20s are where those decisions start to compound. Thank you for listening to Pathfinder Conversations. I'll see you in the next episode.